I'm saying hello today on February 9th, 2010 at 4:10 in the afternoon from outside of Guadalajara, Mexico. I'm heading now into the Lake Chapala area with my local expert, Jose Orozco, who actually is an expert in relocation services, who helps Canadians and Americans relocate to the Guadalajara and Lake Chapala area. But in addition to relocation services, he also provides tourism services, including tour guiding services. And that's what I'm on today. Today I'm on a tour of Lake Chapala and Mexcala Island. And maybe, Jose, you can give me a little bit more of an idea of Lake Chapala, Ajijic, what's the other place, the village of Chapala and Mexcala Island, all the places, Chapala Town, that we're going to see today.
Yeah, like you just said, we're heading to the island of Mexcala, which it was a prison from 1812 to 1816.
Oh, really?
Now they're redoing the whole thing because we're celebrating the 200 years for independence and 100 years for revolution. I heard, I don't know if it's going to be true, but I heard that the celebration for the independence, our president is going to come and to inaugurate this building on the island. Okay.
And the building itself is an old historic building or a new building?
It is old, and they're restoring the whole thing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They think that there was people living 1,000 years ago. Okay.
So this is actually a very historic area that was even in pre-Columbian times. Okay, or pre-Hispanic times.
Yes.
And this whole area, let me give you a few views here. It's basically surrounded by mountains all around. You see, oh, what's running across the road here?
I think it's a dog.
Looks like a dog,
we can see the lake from here.
Yeah, the lake already stretches out right in front of us here. Okay, and he better be careful. She better be careful. Yeah, well, there you go. Be careful, everyone. And so we can get a good view of Lake Chapala already.
You can see the island?
Yes, I can.
Right next to the big island, it's a small island.
Okay. And the big island is Mexcala?
Yes.
Okay.
And the small one is just an island right next to it. There are 3 islands in this lake. Okay. One is right in front, Chapala Town, and it's called the Scorpion Island. Why is this? Because from the air, it looks like, a scorpion. Oh, really? People think it's because there are a lot of scorpions. That's not true. So most of our local people know the Scorpion Island, but they don't know about this very interesting place, which is Mexcala Island. On Sundays, a lot of the locals from Guadalajara go, to visit Chapala Town to have a nice lunch because there are quite a few good restaurants. The ice cream is one of the best things there. Oh, really? And the sweets. So it gets very crowded on weekends. And they also ride to the Scorpion Island because there are a couple of restaurants that you can have a cold beer. Oh, really? Some meals there. That's good to know. But not a lot of people know about Mexcala Island. So it's a secret insider tip for travelers to Lake Chapala. That's correct. So that's where we're headed today. We're going to go to Mexcala Island first. Yes. And after Mexcala Island, where are we going to head afterwards? Either we can go to Ajijic, where the American and Canadian community is, and then we're going to visit Lake Chapala. Excuse me, not Lake Chapala. But the lake is the same, Chapala Town. Okay. Chapala Town is more local. Okay. And in Ajijic, that's where you see all the Canadians and Americans mostly. We have some Europeans too. Okay. But it's mostly Canadians and Americans enjoying their lives in a quiet town in a nice weather. Yes. And safe. Exactly. Safety is very important. That's one of the most important things. Beautiful.
So first Mexcala Island, then either Chapala Town or Ajijic?
I think it's going to be Chapala Town because it's the first town on our way back.
Perfect. Excellent. And how far is Lake Chapala from Guadalajara?
Driving, it's about 45 minutes.
Show you the mountains on this side, yes. And there are public buses as well, right?
Yes, there's one running like every 15 minutes. Now there's, they just opened a bus station at the airport. So it's going to help a lot. You can come from either Canada or US, get off your plane and take a bus.
Yeah.
Right there.
Very convenient.
Yeah, and the buses are nice.
That's actually one thing very interesting about Mexico. Mexico does not have a great railway system, passenger railway system, but it has a hugely extensive network of buses.
Yes, we do. They're like airplanes on the ground.
Yes, and it's funny because last weekend I went on an excursion to Guanajuato, which is a beautiful mountain town in the next state over. We're in the state of Jalisco here, where Guadalajara is the capital, and in the next state east basically, the state of Guanajuato is this beautiful mountain town of Guanajuato, and it's about 330 kilometers or something like that from Guadalajara, and I could not believe the bus. It was a beautiful ETN bus with only with only 3 seats in a row. So there are 2 seats on the right and 1 seat on the left, humongous seats that are almost like first-class airplane seats, with televisions and lunches and bathrooms on board and free internet wireless service. I was just amazed. So the bus system here in Mexico, and you get different buses, different price classes, I would imagine. And here we have an interesting cemetery. Look at that. I'm always fascinated by cemeteries in different countries because they're always different. Every cemetery is unique, and you can get a little peek in here. Wonderful. So yeah, so the bus system is very, very extensive. And how far is Guadalajara, for example, from the capital, Mexico City?
It's about, driving it's about 4.5 hours.
Okay, so it's not too far. It's easily reachable from the capital. I flew down here from Toronto with Mexicana Airlines. It was actually very convenient. I landed in Mexico City and then flew for another hour or so to get to Guadalajara. So Guadalajara itself is very easily reachable from most places in the United States as well as Canada and even Europe, because you know there's flights into Mexico City, and then from that point on people connect. So how far are we away now from Mexcala Island?
We're about 7 kilometers from the town.
So we're very close. And
we're just going to this little town called Santa Cruz.
Oh, so this is the village of Santa Cruz. So this is obviously a typical Mexican village, very authentic. And do they have a market here, or a church, or is there like an important city center here in Santa Cruz?
They do have the square like every little town in Mexico.
The Zócalo.
That's the main part of the town.
Okay.
And you can find it on every town in Mexico.
Now, the locals that live here, what do they live off? Are they involved in agriculture?
Yes, and fishing. And
fishing. What's grown here? What grows around here, around Lake Chapala?
For fish?
No, in terms of agriculture.
Agriculture? Well, that's a corn, mainly. Oh, corn. Okay. Yeah, corn is typically Mexican, that's for sure. And you can see the beautiful bougainvilleas around here, so it is quite fertile terrain. Okay. I see orange trees here and all sorts of bougainvilleas and, well, pretty much subtropical plants. And now, how big did you say the community is in Chapala? The foreign community of Canadians and Americans? Well, between 40 and 50,000.
Between 40 and 50,000, so that's quite substantial. But you mentioned that these communities are very well integrated into their Mexican environment.
Yes.
It's not like they keep themselves separate. They actually coexist very, very harmoniously with the environment. Great, excellent. We give you a little look now of Santa Cruz. right here. Typical Mexican town.